said, do you feel that you have to keep up with the Houston lifestyle? This is a good question. Like the females, style, cars, body wise, etc. Like in Atlanta, do you
Let
feel
me
that
tell you,
pressure?
honestly, I went out Sunday night, right? I went to this spot. I don't know if people know, like Seaside. I'd never been there before. I was just there like for 30 minutes. My cousin was celebrating his birthday. I came so late. I'm bad. So when I was walking in, I was just seeing the girls. I'm just like, wow, like this is something else. Like, this is Sunday night. Like, I'm very casual. Like, girls are like wearing like club dresses. Like, when I say club outfits, like everything out, like small waist. I talk about in my video. These girls, they're not afraid. Small waist, body out. There was some of them was looking good. Like, I'm not here to hate on them, but I'm just like, it reminded me when I have these conversations about like somewhere like Houston. I keep saying like Houston's not a slow city. Don't think because you're in the South like people here don't know what's going on. It's very fast. Like these girls, people they're moving a whole other level. So for me personally, I think just the type of life that I live, how I was raised. Okay, no one. I don't like when people say that they can't be peer pressure because that's a lie, right? You went to school because everyone around you went to school. You do things on a normal because other people are doing it. No one's that unique. No one is that infallible. No one is so strong that everyone gets influenced. But there's levels to it. That's how I personally feel. So I don't think that I mean, it could be a positive influence, right? Like you want to come out if you don't want to come out looking crazy, like you want to come out correct because you don't want to embarrass yourself. If you say something like that, yeah, like I'm not gonna walk around like maybe like how I could walk around in a certain city looking very like basic or something because I don't want to be laughed at. Like, I want to, if you want to stand out, like you got to come decent because the girls they come out, they come correct. If you say in that sense, but like, nah, yeah, I don't know style. Yeah, that style, cars, body, the body one, style. Yeah, it's a lot happening down here. I won't
Abby
lie.
said, that's a great question. 90s Baby says, sounds like Miami. Lil Ernest, how's rush hour traffic in Houston? Do it drive you crazy?
I talk. I'm because I mentioned earlier. Everyone that's coming in, please like the video. Please like the video. Um, I mentioned when I in my first year update when I first moved here, I was seeing a personal trainer who was like close to where I live now, like 5 minutes, and I was living very far. I was in the Memorial area, and when I first went to do a consultation where I was at 4 p.m. during the week, and I left like my apartment like 3:30, it was like 20 something minutes away. When I started going to her for my 6 p.m. appointments, it would take me anywhere from 45 to 50 minutes to get to my personal trainer. That's when I really understood like Houston traffic is bad. 6 weeks after that, it was supposed to be 12 weeks. I did 6 weeks. I had to stop it. It was so stressful. My cortisol was like high before I even started working out. Like just going through that traffic to get to the gym. So yeah, the traffic is bad. It's like what number 8, like top is definitely top 10.
But
Traffic.
because you work remotely, you're not affected.
Yeah, I can maneuver around it. Like I know the time to go out, even if I drive now based on where I live, everything I'm going to is close to me. So it's not like I'm going somewhere like super far, like an hour or 30 minutes. So like it's not bad for me.
Hmm, okay. He said, I noticed that women don't wear their natural hair down here. I get so much attention from wearing my afro. Maybe it's a southern thing to keep hair done. Interesting.
I think it's a look, right? Because even me, I talk about this year. I really want to wear my hair out more. My hair is very thick. It's a lot of work, but I do think that a lot of women, especially Black women, have the idea like when your hair is out, like you look kind of plain, or like you look young. Like if you want like that baddie look that I feel like a lot of women go for, it's like the frontals, the very long hair, like the very full, big, like very like that glamorous quote unquote look that they're going for. So I could definitely see that because I think I've noticed that as well. Like I feel like people definitely like always have their hair done versus like wearing natural hair out. Like it's not as big of a thing down here. Not and also the weather. Don't forget the weather because this Houston weather, having your hair out with this humidity, you're gonna have to be doing your hair like every few days because it's so humid.
Okay. Waves 360 says, which city do you think moves the fastest between Atlanta, Dallas, and Houston?
I think
I
I
think
thought
Atlanta. I think Atlanta's
I think
faster than
Atlanta
Houston.
still topped us slightly. I think it's still Atlanta. Definitely not Dallas. Dallas is third. Definitely not Dallas.
Me is asking everywhere. Midwest, you got to keep your hair done too. Weave, natural hair, etc. Darius said it doesn't matter what time of day, traffic is always bad in Houston, even late at night. Okay, so I guess I have another question so we can, keep it juicy, keep it interesting, right? So one of my biggest reasons personally, I live in Charlotte, North Carolina, just to let everyone know. The reason why I feel as if Houston never appealed to me.
Should I do my synopsis first, or you want to
Yeah,
finish?
go ahead. Go
Okay.
ahead.
So I have some notes before you come in with the Charlotte content. So I'm talking about my second year experience and like how it's changed from my first year experience. Number one, I'm in a new place. When I filmed my first year up there, I had just moved here. So this is 1 year I've been in my new apartment. I definitely feel like it's changed my experience because, like we say, even when you talk about moving to a new location, the location within the location matters. If you move to somewhere and you go move like in a very rural part of it, the experience is going to be very different versus living like in the city part of it. So I think that moving where I am now, that I'm closer to things, give me the opportunity to explore more, it give me more energy to explore. And I feel like I've definitely gotten to learn Houston so much more being where I am now. Also, last year I didn't travel like internationally. My first international trip was like end of December to go to Nigeria. So I feel like me staying local also forced me to explore my city more because my first year when I moved here, I was traveling for work, personal. I was traveling like every month, sometimes even multiple times in a month. Like when I think back to it, it was so exhausting. And of course, there's several factors. You move somewhere new, you don't have as many people, you don't know as many people. I didn't like my apartment. That was another factor. So I wasn't as comfortable there. So I wasn't as pressed to be there. Like there was so many things that contributed to me, like moving, like traveling so much in 2022. And last year was like the complete opposite. Like I was really in Houston, like really here exploring. And then and when I talk about exploring, like I didn't travel to city more, yeah, like museums. Went to my first rodeo last year, doing like other activities. And then I would definitely say, being that I'm here another year, I've definitely had more time to build community, right? So by my first year update, I had friends, I knew people, but of course it wasn't like I am now, right? Another year of meeting people, another year of building connections, another year of strengthening friendships. So I definitely feel more comfortable and like I have that community this at this point compared to like where I was a year ago. Um uh yeah, so for the people watching, I know the title I'm saying, am I staying in Houston? Am I leaving? What am I doing? I think you guys probably have an idea based on what I've been saying, but I am staying in Houston. Yes, I renewed my lease on Saturday. I will be here. I'm not going anywhere, at least not for now. And like, even at this, I can't even think about moving anywhere to be honest. But like, I just feel as if like I just really like where I am. I like where I live. I like my city. Like I'm comfortable here. Like I haven't had like a something that will push me and say, "Oh, go somewhere else." Like it's not a job. It's not like a negative experience. Like I'm happy where I am. So Houston, we here, we here at least for now. So I'm excited. In terms of things I have planned for this year, I want to explore Houston more, but also explore Texas more. Last year I kept crying about going to Austin. I never made it. This shit, no. I'm not even gonna talk and jinx myself. I'm not saying anything. I have to go to Austin. I even want to also go to San Antonio. But I said, let me start small. Let me start with the one. And I think that's part of it, like kind of just overthinking it. Like Austin is literally an hour and a half, 2 hour drive. Like it's right there. I can even just go for a night, Saturday to Sunday, and like just
Go for a day trip and come back an hour and a half.
it's like a day. I want to really explore. I want to, go out, see, have a full experience. So I definitely want to, check out Austin this year. Then we'll talk about San Antonio some of the time. But I want to explore Texas more because I think Texas is just a really great state. It has a lot to offer, a lot of great, like big major cities that are coming up rapidly. So I said this year I'm going to visit Austin. I want to attend an NBA game. I didn't get to do that last year. A football game. I believe it's the Texans. I haven't been to that. I've been to a baseball game, but I haven't been to a football game. And yeah, like I'm excited. I don't know how many years you have to be here to kind of be like an adopted native, but
Definitely not two. Definitely not two. It says sounds exhausted, like natural look. Lovely. I wear my natural hair straight. I get a lot of attention here in Dallas because most girls wear weave. Men do appreciate a natural look, especially if you're attractive. I heard the Dallas girls come correct too. I heard they're baddies. Is that true, Lovely? Yeah, I think in general, wearing natural hair isn't as fully adopted yet to feel like a baddie, like Ngozi said.
Yeah.
But I get a lot of people that ask me if it is real, says Lovely. Hair. Yes, lol. Evie said, like I don't attract as the typical Houston man when I wear my afro versus wedding weave or wig. I notice more wigs than anything in Houston because of the humidity.
Girl, the humidity, straightening hair. You just doing it for a day event.
Evie was clapping when you said you're staying in Houston. Signature Cole says Houston, baby. Is
Um,
Houston a good place for an introvert?
like that's a great question. Like I said earlier, I feel like Houston has something for everyone. That's my personal opinion. Because when you say something like an introvert, doesn't mean that you don't care for going out or you just don't care for being like in that rowdy rah 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 scene. There's so much. Literally minutes from me, there's like 10 museums. Legit. I've only been to like two, one with Nana, one with my brother. Like I said, I have to go to the other one, MFA. They have La Jardiniere, very popular restaurants inside there. I'm like, I need to go there. Like I keep dulling. There's like there's activities, there's sports. We have three sports teams. We have NBA, we have football, we have baseball. There's college sports. I just
You
went
just
to.
said you know what I care for, so stop talking about museums. Petra's not.
But I'm saying that's what I'm saying. When someone's introvert, to me, is like, what else besides eating? There's restaurants here everywhere. Like, what type of activities? Because when people say introverted, you still have something you like, and whatever you like, Houston's gonna have it. That's
Introvert is different from a homebody. Introvert just means you're not so like you're not really sociable. You
yeah.
don't watch your way to talk to people. That's what an introvert
And
is.
then how does that impact where you're going? If you're telling me that, does that mean you just don't want to go out at all? Because the introverts still go, they still have interests. That's the point I'm saying. Whether they want to go there and socialize or just go and do it by themselves or not really be all up in people's face. Can you